Today I'm going to explain the installation of the QwikSEER plus WattSaver board in a typical air handler like this one. This particular system has a 3-speed permanent split capacitor motor in it. It's a straight cool system with electric heat. This is a typical application of this board, and if your application varies, there's an instruction manual that comes with this board that gives you more detailed instructions for different speeds of motors and different types of systems. To emphasize safety for this installation, the first thing you want to do is locate the main disconnect for the air handler and turn it off. So now that the circuit breaker is turned off, I'm going to begin the installation. Remove the front panel of the air handler, and for safety's sake, make sure that the power is indeed turned off. I'll just do a quick voltage check here, and it's off. As it states in the installation literature, the QwikSEER plus WattSaver board was designed to be used only with PSC, or permanent split capacitor, motors. We can tell that this is a permanent split capacitor motor because the wires attached to it go back to the capacitor. The kit includes everything needed to install the QwikSEER plus WattSaver: the circuit board with the pre-attached thermistor, a mounting bracket, a bag of hardware, some additional wire if required, and the installation instructions. The first step in this installation is to locate a suitable location inside this electrical control box to mount the circuit board. Take note of the side of the board that says the bracket side, because that's the side that will actually mount onto the mounting bracket. So I'll take the bracket and screw it in place. The installation kit that comes with this circuit board comes with self-tapping screws and the bracket. With the bracket firmly in place, the next step is to identify the 2 wires that are going down to the fan motor. These are the power input wires of the fan motor. One of them is a common wire, and the other one is a speed tap wire. Now there may be cases where there's more than one speed tap being used. For instance, if heat mode requires a different speed, there may actually be more wires going down to the motor, but the installation instructions detail that. Another thing to note is not all motors are going to have nice spade terminals on them. On this motor, these 2 wires disconnect easily from the motor. In some cases, the wires may be integral to the motor, and you may need to cut into the wires and splice and use the supplied wire nuts that come with this kit. So with the common wire and the speed tap wire, you want to reroute those back into the electrical box, and these 2 wires are going to power up the QwikSEER plus WattSaver board. On the board, there's a terminal labeled cool, and there's another terminal labeled common, COM. So the common wire that you took off of the blower is going to attach to the common terminal of the board. The speed tap wire that you took off of the blower is going to attach to the cool terminal. Now the next step is to route the remainder of the wires that come in this installation kit from the board to the motor. So we're going to use a supplied purple wire as the common wire. So identify the common terminal on the board and attach the purple wire. The black wire is the high-speed wire. So you can locate the high-speed terminal on this board and attach the black wire. The blue wire is medium speed, so find the medium speed blower terminal and attach this wire. The red wire is going to be used for low speed, so find the low speed blower terminal and attach the red wire. These wires are plenty long to cover any application. So we're going to take these new wires and reroute them back through the same hole that the old wires were going to. The next step is to connect the wires coming from the board to the motor. So we'll attach the purple wire on the common terminal of the motor. The black wire is the high speed, so we'll connect that to the high speed tap of the motor. The blue wire is medium speed. We'll connect that to the medium speed tap. The red wire is the low speed, so we'll connect that to the low speed tap. If you have an application that requires heat mode to use a different speed than cool mode, you may need to connect more than one wire to the same terminal. The kit comes with a splitter you can place on the terminal and then put 2 wires on there if you need to. Now keep in mind, this is a very typical installation with a 3-speed blower on a straight cool system with electric heat. If your installation needs vary, the instructions provided cover 2-speed, 3-speed, 4-speed, or more, and the installation kit that comes with this comes with all the necessary hardware for using a splitter or anything else that you might need for this installation. So now that all the wires are connected to the motor and the circuit board, there's one last connection to make. That's the ground wire. There's a ground terminal on the board. It's labeled GND. You're going to hook the ground wire up to it. The other end will get connected somewhere to the chassis after we put the board in the bracket. So I'll mount it in the bracket that we installed earlier. So the kit comes with 2 little plastic pieces that allow you to attach the board to the bracket and hold it there securely. The board is securely mounted. You can connect the ground wire to a suitable chassis ground location. Some self-tapping screws are provided if you need to drill a new hole. In this case, I'm just going to use an existing screw. Now, I'm going to take the thermistor wire that's attached to the circuit board and route it down through the same hole that the wires go through. Just be sure to pull any excess wire up into the electrical section and tie them up so that they don't get pulled into the blower motor. And tie them off using one of the provided wire ties. The thermistor needs to be mounted down here on the evaporator coil. Placement of this thermistor is not arbitrary. You see the expansion device here. The distributor tubes come out of the expansion device and enter the evaporator coil. So the thermistor needs to be placed on the very first return bend after the entrance using the clip that's provided. And just like the power wires to the blower, this excess thermistor wire needs to be pulled into the electrical box and tied off. Now we're going to demonstrate the 3 different speeds of this motor and the current draw in each speed. This will show you the potential energy savings for the different speeds of the motor. The motor is starting out in high speed. You can see that the current draw is right around 6.2 amps. Now you can see that the motor has changed speeds and the current draw has been drastically reduced. There it goes. Now you can see that the motor has switched speeds once again and is now on its lowest speed. The current draw on this speed is almost half of the current draw on full speed.